Hey guys, how's it going? I'm just going to do a quick introduction here. This is probably a couple day process. I've got a little bit of free time, but right now I'm kind of cleaning up the shop a little bit. It got pretty messy from the last couple steps. So I'm going to take some of my free time to actually reorganize and clean up. But part of reorganizing and cleaning up is going to be working on the Celica because I got a bunch of stuff laying around, like this fuel rail. So I'm going to go over doing some of this stuff on the car, fuel rail, getting the throttle body to work properly, EGR delete plate, just kind of going over some of this easy stuff. So I got these two fuel rails here. This one is from the current motor, and then this is the new one I have. This one, like I said before, is a returnal system. You have fuel pressure that comes in here, comes across here, and across here with this crossover tube, so this stays the pressure. This is the one I'm using. As you can see, it's got a normal banjo fitting that the Celica would normally come with. Fuel comes in here, across the fuel rail, crossover tube, back, and then this is a fuel pressure regulator. That's what's going to determine the fuel pressure. If it's too high, it opens up, lets it go out back to the tank. So this is the rail I'm using. I'm going to put it back on the motor, this one, and then I can discard this rail because it's not necessary for my project. So I'm going to pop that on there, and then I'm also going to put the upper intake manifold back in, and I will finally have this stuff out of my way and I can finish cleaning up the shop. Alright, I just want to give you guys a quick view of what this new fuel rail looks like. As I showed you before, it's got a return system. This hose is pretty crappy, so I'm probably actually replace these hoses for the return. So the fuel rail fits just like it would with the other one. It has enough clearance to clear the radiator or the coolant cap. The fuel rail, or the fuel line off the rail for the pressure, bolts right up to the factory point for the Celica. So there's no modifications needed there. This hose that's in poor shape for the return looks like it would have fit just fine, but it's really hard. So it's probably not going to seal properly. So I'm going to go ahead and replace that while I'm in here. But I just want to show you what that fuel rail, how that fuel rail fits. Alright, like I showed in the pictures, I removed part of the heater hose for this tube here for the front. So those hoses fit to the heater core with no modifications. This bottom one I had to remove a section, and then it had a 90-degree to where it would go up. Put a new fuel line on there for the return, and that's hooked up. And then for the crossover for the throttle body, I just took the lower hose and looped it up to the top hose. I'm completely bypassing that. For the brake assist, I used the factory hose on the 97 Camry, and it hooked right up to where the Celica part split at, so that one's good. Looking good so far. What I'm going to tackle next is this throttle body and the EGR delete plate. Got the throttle body right here. I am going to remove that. I'm going to modify this bracket, and it should be ready to put back on. Alright, so I think that's where I'm going to cut this video off at. I just wanted to go over the fuel rail and some of the hoses, kind of show how I'm doing that and what you need to do to get that to work. So I think that's good for this. I am going to start working on the next video, and what that is going to be is the EGR block-off plate, idle air control valve block-off plate, and whatever else I need to do. So I'll get that done in the next video. So keep an eye out for that update. Should be out soon, and I'll see you guys then.